I might actually get started because I'm probably a little bit earlier than people expect me to be, but I just thought I'm organised and let's go for it. So I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in Northern Victoria, Australia. Now I hope everyone that's watching is safe. We have a flood situation in Victoria at the moment. We could be in trouble here in Kerrang later in the week. We're quite safe at the moment, so I hope everybody else is staying safe and not driving through floodwaters. Okay, I was inspired by these are the products I'm using. I'm using Celebrate Sunflowers and the matching sunflower dies, and I'm using the words from word friend from Happiness Abounds. So I put them aside. I've had this saved this photo on my phone for a long time. How about that? It's stuck on the back of my stamp case. It actually needed a bit of a wash. I'm just going to put it there. Actually, I might. I can feel powder on it from when I've done some embossing, so it's gonna. I should really run it under the tap. That's what you need to do. Put it under some warm soapy water so that it brings its sticky back. Phew, I'm glad it's not lost. That on top of there. I'm probably going to need my chamois, so at least I know where that is now. So I used my Stamparatus to stamp my sunflower and my leaves onto some Whisper White. And I not only stamp, I'm not a fan of black embossing powder. You can probably see there where I've made a bit of a mess with it. So I'm going to stick my finger on there. I could see black embossing powder there. So firstly I'm going to ink up with Memento. You can do this with any colour. So I want it to be black embossed. So I'm going to ink up with Memento first. And then I'm going to ink up with Memento. And the reason I'm using a Stamparatus, if I don't get enough colour, I can go back over it and have another try. Hi Judy, hi Sharon. Missed anyone? No. Bet you all thought I was going to use new stuff, didn't you? I haven't actually. I was looking at it to play with. I've had a day where I've had appointments and phone calls, and I haven't had enough time in between to have a little play, and I had a bit of a messed up day yesterday as well. So finishing off the cards for my Christmas, well, it's kind of going to be like a stamper stack. So hopefully I ran into Mary as the local girls would know, Mary in Woolies this afternoon, and she said book me in. She's hoping to be able to come. So because Mary lives out of town and so does Sharon, so I'm hoping that we won't be an island like we were in 2011. So I'm hoping those girls will still be able to come. I just like to get that off with a baby white first because it's black. And I should have put my clear powder on before I was messing around with this too, but anyway. Just because because I want to do white embossing powder on the next one. So if I clean it properly now, it'll be dry by the time I need my next one. Okay, make sure I've got the clear powder, not the white. I might close that up. I've got a jolly blowfly here. I think my husband must have let it in when he got back from Swan Hill. Might have to replenish a bit of this. It's getting a bit low. I don't like to mix old with new because it does go off, embossing powder. So this is clear. So this is going to make this nice and shiny, hopefully. Shiny and black. I think I've covered it all. So now cover your ears while I emboss this. Doesn't look very shiny there. Oh, maybe I missed that bit with the powder, maybe. Anyway, I have pre-done one, but I just wanted to show you the process and how I coloured this. I'm going to grab my scrap paper. Yeah, it's all melted, but that hasn't gone shiny. That does that to me sometimes. I'm not quite sure why. And I just need to grab my other one so that I remember what I did. Okay, so else I think I just use, so the colours I'm using to colour this, you're going to think it's nothing like a sunflower, is I'm using Daffodil Delight, Polished Pink, Tahitian Tide and Highland Heather. So I'm starting with the centre. I'm going to just do that in dark Daffodil Delight. That's the easy part. None of it's hard, I've just got to pay attention to how I will pop up the photo once I do my blog so you can see what inspired me. And I think I'll just go like that so that it's all yellow in the centre. Then, what else did I use there? It was the red. I think I used, no, it wasn't sorbet, it was poppy. I'll do the yellow ones first, which is not what I did last time. So I'm not sure which one I used, but I'll go with the dark first. So just, it doesn't really matter if you want to copy this and not doing it the same as Mine you can use whatever colours you like. And I have one there. Then I'm going to use the dark again. Just to blend that in. This is looking different than my other one. The colours tend to settle a bit once you let them sit. No real rhyme or reason, just putting some colour on this. And then I did, oh, we'll do that. We'll do the pink with the red first. Actually, this one could be yellow, I think. It's all right, I'm going to do the red, and then we're going to do red on pink. Just do a few of them. Just to show you how I pop the colour on. Then I'll show you the finished one. So this one, I think I wanted yellow. Daffodil, just this one here. And then this one, I wanted, oh, can you hear that jolly blowfly? I sprayed it before, but I don't know whether they like spray. I think they just drink it. I hate flies. Especially blowflies. I have not had many. Maybe it's all the water around or something. I noticed one in the shed when I got back from shopping. I must get the door closed quick before it gets in. Don't think it was me that let it in. Anyway, it's in. Doesn't matter who let it in. Didn't have to come in my craft room though, did it? Then I did pink with purple. Yeah, so I finished all my cards for my next class. We had a nice class last Saturday. Did some, you might have seen, oh no, I don't think I've done my blog. There's one card I couldn't show you, so Secret Sister stuff. And then I've been working on the Christmas one, so I neglected to do my blog. You can go back over this with your top colour if you wanted to. I was just trying to get a few colours done so I could show you the process. So we might start the other end now because that's the pink. That's how I did the pink and purple. I'll just finish those ones off. And I'm using dark here. I'm actually not quite sure what I used on the previous one, but you can use whatever colour you like. You want it fairly bright. And there's one I missed. Use the other end for these ones. Then I would typically go over this with the pink again, like, oops, there's one there. Like that, just make it a bit more vivid. And then I'll use the purple. I'll start around here. I've nearly done the whole thing. It doesn't really take, keep pulling the wrong ends off. Doesn't really take a lot of time. I didn't want you to take too much of your time while you sit there watching me do this, and I actually have, haven't I? Whoops. The edges I need to do with the fine end, and then I can go in with the brush end. This is so relaxing. Probably not for you, it's probably frustrating. Yeah, so then I'll do the leaves. I've forgotten how I did the leaves. I'll just, I just want a bit of blue. And a bit of purple. Just blended together like that. I'll just do one left to get the idea. So then once you finish that, then you are left with your beautiful sunflower. It'll look like that. Then I've got some leaves in here somewhere. I think I won't get them out just yet because I'm bound to lose them. Then we need to bring in our stamp that I thought I'd lost. I'll actually take that off there for the minute. Need a mat underneath this now because that's a photopolymer stem. And we'll pop this in here just to get the position of that right. So I think I'd like it. Just filed my nails down last night, so I can't pick anything up. All right, is anyone asking any questions? Thanks, Myrtle. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Richard. Hi, Margaret. I think I've got everyone. So now I want our friend is going to be the stem. I tried to curve this. You're supposed to be able to curve photopolymer, but it wouldn't play ball. I think it was too small a stamp to curve. It kept, every time I get it in position, it had kept flicking back to being straight and then flicking all over the place, so I gave up in the end. So then we just want some Versamark on that. And then we're going to, I don't need that again, get out the road. We're going to use our white powder. Yeah, I better stamp it first, hadn't I? Did not sleep well last night, and it's showing. I think I've got that. I haven't. We'll flip it over and do it again. Oh, we got it. Hard to see because it's very little writing. That's pretty good. Yep, that's good. Put that aside. Let's set this. This wasn't how I was originally. Wasn't how I was originally going to create this card, but where are you? I was originally going to do something like Joseph's coat, but it just didn't work. So I have another way of doing this because the t-shirt was that coloured, multicoloured sunflower, and it was on a black t-shirt. So I thought I'll actually show you two fails of mine. I can remember what I did. That one I just put the colour on like Joseph's coat and did it like that. I didn't like it. This first one I coloured it in carefully, just as beautifully as that, and did I clear embossed it and did the Joseph's coat over it, and as you can see, could hardly see it. This one I tried to put the colours where I wanted them, and it's a bit better, but I think they'll hit the bin because I still wasn't real happy with them. So to get back to this, I'll do, this is I think this technique here is called White Magic, I think, or Black Magic probably. So then so this was just multicoloured. And a bit of pink. Yeah. Then it's just a matter of matting this, the Tahitian Tide. Had to look, I forgot what it was called for a minute. Make sure you've got that on the correct side of the card. Don't want a card opening back to front, do we? You could, of course, pop this up if you wanted to. I chose not to. I think I'll pop up my sunflower. I might actually texture that a little bit too, which I don't think I did that on my first card, but sometimes you're in a hurry to just get, you're just excited to get the card to completion, so you forget the little tricks that you need to do. I might just pop 3 dimensionals there. It's a bit far over. I want to centre your card. And I have coloured the leaves and pre-cut them as well. Pre die cut, because you're all, well, most of you know how to die cut. I want that one a little bit whoopsie there, haven't I? Don't think it's bad enough to trim, or is it? Maybe I will. Gotta have things pretty much perfect. My eyes must have been off the other day when I did these. That's what I usually do if it doesn't quite line up. I usually just, rather than do the whole thing again, I just use my scissors. What scissors are for, aren't they? I think I had that going like that. This one's a bit wide as well. And I have that like that. I think a big one will fit on there. Yes, it does. Oh, I think I used my black ones on my other one. Never mind. Set that there. I can see my granddaughter liking this type of card, and just pop that wherever you want there. I will do the inside in a minute when I'm finished the other one. Now where's my in colour? No. Don't know if I need them again or not. Don't think I do. Because the other one's just onto the, what's the name? Okay. Now, which is the best tool for this? I can't remember. Might go there. There. Just go there. Just put those there so that I can grab them. So yeah, so I'll do the inside, do them both together. So I just wanted to show you another way of achieving that look. Now, here's my other cards. So this time, we are going to take that off for a sec. Make sure I don't use blues that stamp set again. We don't need our mat because we've got, whoops, we're using a cling stamp. Push that in there, push that in there. Use our buddy. Hang on. Yeah, I don't want those there, I don't think. You're going to say, but you've got two on there. Yes, I have. But which one do I want? I don't want that one. I could cut my stamp in half, but I don't like doing that. Just making sure I'm masking off the right one. Yeah, this one I don't want. Then we'll get our Versamark again. Most important thing to remember is to take the washi tape off. This time the leaves are going straight onto the, take that off, straight onto the cardstock. Again, well, hopefully that's stamped properly. Doesn't matter a great deal because we can go back and stamp it again if it hasn't moved. Yeah, I think I've got everything right there. Now with our white powder, sometimes handy to have a paintbrush. That must be where I had the washi tape. Shouldn't be though because I had it masked off. Anyway, we'll get rid of that. Now cover your ears. Oh. Oops. There's a bit of mist here. Just on that edge. Just noticed a bit of powder residue around it just as I started to heat it, which would have made little white spots all over it. I'm getting my brush in my powder. That's why it's doing that. That looks fine now. got a little bit more embossing to do. I should have got that Versamark off that before, shouldn't I? And I'm going to take that off there. Just want to get all the Versamark off this leaf. Actually, I might take it off there because I need to move it anyway. This will hopefully prevent anything sticking where I don't want it to stick. So I probably should have done my stem first. Anyway. Let's pop that in position again. And this time we want that leaf about like that. So it's that one we need, not this one. So again, and again with the Versamark. Oh, that's black. I don't want black. Got my pads upside down. I couldn't tell which was which. Right. Take that off there. And we've got our other leaf there. Powder on that. This was a bit more fiddly than the other one. You could, of course, have die cut these. If you preferred. I don't know if I've got that quite right there, but you get the idea. Just need a few steps to this to get it. That one's cooked. I might just sit that there because I just need now to do the stem. So I'll get rid of that as well. Oh, actually, I can take that whole thing off there and grab my other one back. That actually should be in the right place. Where's my foam mat? There we go. Should pretty much be in the right spot, I think. My words, but may not. Let's see. I think I want that further over. I've dried that. This time you have to be careful not to put the edge of that over your flower. There we go. Sometimes a bit sticky, a bit tricky with sticky stamps like our photopolymer because they want to stick to the paper and pull it up. It's looking good. Okay, we're done with that now. a few flecky bits that I should have gotten rid of. It's a bit tricky with white on black sometimes. Now, where's the one I coloured? Just trying to. So then, the same as I did the word friend before, we're just going to do the same thing here. I think I actually might use the lighter colours because I think I've gone a bit dark with my first one. And it doesn't really matter if you go over the edge when you're doing this. Has everybody done this technique before? Is that the dark? Yes. And I might do the purple. Oops, wrong end again. Pink seems really dark. This is not too bad. So I'll do a bit of purple on our leaf. Do it on this side of this one. Oh, I didn't do the edge, did I? We kind of make that sort of half and half. I think I might want to use the light. I use the light and then I think I need the dark. Oh, I do need the dark. It's not colouring that at all. I think it's the pink I need to go a bit light on. Oh, that didn't get the rest of that leaf. Oh well, blind man, be good to see it. So then I kind of did the same thing, sort of. Sort of. I was happier with my colouring with that one, so let's do I see. This one's going to be different to my other one. The other one was a bit darker. And I used a bit of a different technique. So you live and you learn. You do it the next time. You can do it better. My first one was a bit bright for my liking. That's better. And a blue. Like blue with purple edges. Should have done the blue in the middle. That's all right. I can go over that with the purple. I'm happier with that colouring than I am with this one. Same thing, but I've used the darker. Oh, what's happened there? I'll have to go over that again. I've got a bit of a blotch there. So I'm liking the way I'm colouring this one as opposed to the other one. So similar to what I was doing on the other one, just doing the lines on the insides of the flowers in one colour and going over them with another colour on the outside. I'm quite happy with that effect. Happier than the first one. It's a bit bright for me. So go over that with pink. And I think I like the centre, like I've done on my other one, the one I just did as well. I think I like it all yellow. What do you think? Let's try. Because the Daffodil Delight comes out a lighter yellow over the white. I like that. Looks good. I do say so myself. Hi Belinda. Hi Diane. And now where have I got to? So I'll still continue with the red, which is Poppy Parade. So some of them can be pink and some can be yellow around the edges, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to watch and see how many of these to do. I'll just keep going. It's pretty quick to do once you get going. The colouring does take a while, as you know. We don't do a lot of colouring in class for that reason. Unless everybody's got all their own gear, it just takes way too long. Oops, I think I went around the edges of that and I shouldn't have. So I can continue this all around here because I've got pink the other side of this as well, with the red centre. So just quickly do that. Then, oh yeah, that's right. We might do a little bit more of the blue though first. I'll come back up here with some pink. And up here. Leave room for some yellow, hadn't I? Getting a bit carried away there. fill all that in. I can still see white there. I'm just going to sort of blend the two colours together. So that that looks all evenly coloured. I'll do the same with the pink. Yeah, that's better. That's brightening that up a bit, isn't it? A bit more white there. And I'll come back in with the purple there, I think. Will I? Yep. Just to go over that and give it some bit more colour. So I want to do a bit more with the blue. As you can see, if you go over it, keep going over it and building up some colour, you can achieve the effect you're after. We'll go Highland Heather again. And I think we're about done. I'll just go over the centre again. Okay, and we'll mount that the same as the other one. Decide what we want to do on the inside and the envelope. I could keep playing with this and playing with this. I don't want to be, you know, all night doing this. And I might come back later and have a play. It doesn't matter because it's not going to go through two surfaces. It doesn't matter if it does because it's black on, well, it's blue on black, so it's not going to show. Mount those two. Sure that's right. What did I do? I thought I did that with my little sunflower. Just use this. So let me grab a block for that. Just ordered some new blocks for our big class. We're doing 17 cards. If you live in the Kerrang area and you would like to come, just let me know. Because we're using lots of little bits and pieces stamps, so I thought, gee, I need enough blocks so that everybody's going to have. Ideally, I'll break everybody up into, depends on how many come. So there's 5 different sets of cards. So that's my inside bit. So if everybody's working on a different card, I'm going to need to mount all our stamps up. So, right, I thought I had more stamps than I actually have, so I did a bit of an inventory so that I know if I had any missing. It's funny how you think you've got things and you don't. Now, I'm just going to grab the Tahitian Tide brush. It looks like we'll need to add some more. This is such a good idea to put your ink on the block. So I went to go into, well, I did actually go into the wrong ink. I wasn't doing this. I thought, oh, I must do this all the time because it's too dangerous. Hard to get the other colour ink out of your pad. Looks like I've got a bit of black on there. So just sponge the little sunflower up in your corner. Just did them both the same. One's a bit darker. Doesn't matter. Oops. Should have used that idea of putting the little block on top of the paper, shouldn't I? I'll put my words over that when I decide what I'm going to put in there. I'll cover that. If not, it might just have to have something stamped over the top of it. Just clean that block. Just grab some seal. I hate when it gets sticky on my finger. So this one's done. Is this one done? Yep. Just need to put some embellishments on the other one. That's it done. I've got ink on there too. Well, that one better have all the ink on it. Must have ink on my finger. Embellishments for this one. I think I'll stick with the blue, seeing I've got the blue background around. Like the Tahitian Tide around the outside. I think I'll stick with that. Just put one there. So, what do you think? Will you be having a go at doing this? Does that inspire you? As I said, I'll put the photo that inspired me up on my blog when I do my blog post. So, what do you think? Will you be having a go at doing this? Does that inspire you? As I said, I'll put the photo that inspired me up on my blog when I do my blog post. So, what do you think? Will you be having a go at doing this? Does that inspire you? As I said, I'll put the photo that inspired me up on my blog when I do my blog post. So there we go. Anyone asking me any questions? Thanks, Sharon. Thank you. So, all being well, if we're not flooded out, have to leave town, I will see you next Friday afternoon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.